example is there with you. So we are imagining this one. Yesterday, I created duplicate copy for this. This is duplicated. The object is duplicated yesterday. So whatever available here, the same thing will be available here. That's called duplicating. This is duplicate. EMP ID is equal to A121. Raj. So designation is equal to AC. EC is equal to 0x2. So this part will be same. This is not duplicated. Means that object not duplicated. So here toString method. So this one I loaded onto OB2. Yesterday I loaded onto OB2. Now this is cloned object. This is cloned. So we cloned only outer object. All of understood this, right? Here object created from the object, not from the class. Duplicate objects means they are created from the object. Object duplicated. Only outer class object means only outer object is duplicated. We call it as shallow. Today, let us duplicate that also. Let us duplicate that also. Right? Okay. Deep cloning. Deep cloning means in deep cloning process, both outer objects and referred objects are cloned. Deep means total. So now, how to make this as deep cloning? Example from program for deep cloning process. Deep cloning process. Right. In deep cloning process, here if you observe, this one will be same. Outer is duplicated. But now the output must be this one, this one, this one, this one should be different. Is the target. Okay, right. Now, object class. I'm taking separate object application to. Application object application. Here I am copying, copy and paste. Right, same thing here. Now I am making it demo object 2. Now see there. Now in the employee contact, employee to perform deep cloning process. Here, whenever I want to do shallow cloning process, only outer class is implemented from clonable. But whenever you want to do deep cloning, this also must be implemented. To perform deep cloning process, the referred classes also must be implemented from clonable. And that class also must be declared with object return type method here. This also must be declared with object return type method, same. So in the process of performing deep cloning process, referred classes also must be implemented from clonable, and the classes must be declared with user defined object return type method. Then only the cloning process will be performed. Okay, right. Now in the employee class, now here I am creating object. Whenever I create object here, super dot clone means employee object will be cloned generally. See there. So this is employee object. Employee object actually. This is one employee object. That's one employee object actually. Now this employee object E dot EC equal to E dot start cloning. Start cloning this one. See that? Now this one here. E dot employee. 1 minute. Employee contact. What is EMPI written? Okay. Now I'll explain the 2 lines. Okay. Now go for main class. Run it. A23 some RAM ram@gmail.com 9898981234. 1 minute. Can you see error? Error means what? That stack has been overflowed. Means Java stack area is there, no? I called repeatedly somewhere. Same method I called for many times. Error means JVM created problem. Right. Right. Look here. 1 minute. Employee. E dot start cloning. Visual cloning. Return it. EMP contact. I should return employee, no. A222 some RAM E ram at the rate of gmail.com. 7878781234. I'm calling this. This is not cloning. Implements from clonable. I must call this method start clone. If I remove this line, first output should come. 1 minute, I'll correcting. Right. Now, E is coming now. E dot EC. This one. EC means this one, no? Equal to. Here, I must perform cloning. Whenever I want to perform cloning, I must call this. No. Yes. I must call the method of EC. I must call the method from the second one, no? Right. I must call from EC. That method should be called, this method. Whatever the method, that should be method. So E dot EC dot clone. Stack overflow means Java stack area filled. Means I'm calling same method again. Let us see. ram at the rate of gmail.com. 7878787812. Getting. Can you see this? This is different. This is different. This is different. Observe everyone? Right. Okay. Now what happens means, see. Same program only, but I changed internally. small 2 lines I changed. Deep cloning. Output. Output. Both are different. This is different. This is different. Now see. Here we had start cloning method. Here we had start cloning method. I added start cloning. Here also I had start cloning method. In the both I had a start cloning method. Whenever I create object here. Now observe. After loading the data to your objects, I am creating one object for OB1. OB1 is nothing but your employee object. So employee object as it is created. Again, I am drawing as it is created. Same, it creates. It is duplicated first. 0x33. Same, it is duplicated. How it is available? Same. Employee ID. Employee ID. A121. Name is equal to Raj. Designation is equal to AC. And EC. EC is equal to 0x22. First, that only will come. This duplicated. Same. Then toString method. toString method. Of course, start cloning method also will come. Because that also available there. Start cloning method. This I'm writing in black color, not write it. Start method also available. So this is duplicated. Just now I drawn no to educate you. This cloning is over. Now the cloned object will be available on E first. Available on E. Available on E first. So whenever I call OB1 dot start cloning, this object will be cloned. That only here. Whenever I say OB1 dot start cloning, this method will call this object created. All of understood, right? Up to here. This object is ready. Now, this line RHS E dot EC dot start cloning. So, whenever we write E dot EC means what now? 0x22 dot start cloning. Start cloning means we are calling this method. EC dot start cloning. We are calling that method. This method you are calling or not now? When are you call this method now? That method will create object. So that method will create object. So here object is created. Duplicate object. Now 0x44, the object will come. Mail ID is equal to some Raj at the rate of. Phone number is equal to 9898. Here two string method. Two string method and start cloning. Start cloning. Now this is cloned. That is cloned. That object is cloned. When this object is cloned now, that only EC dot, this object is cloned. Cloning completed now, right? That address should be loaded onto is E dot EC. That should come and load onto dot EC. E dot EC. That should be updated here. That should come and update here. That should be updated here. Now it is updated as 0x44. It's updated. So this data updated here. Is updated. Now that class object updated. This class object also cloned. The link available there now, right? These two linked, that two linked. Now once the object ended, return E. Return that E. Whenever I return that E here, this E will come and load onto OB2. That E will come and load onto OB2. Load onto OB2. All of you understood this? That's the point. So deep cloning means we have to perform cloning on all objects. So shallow cloning means only one object cloned. Deep cloning means other objects also cloned. But to perform cloning, the referred classes also must be implemented from clonable. And the class must be declared with user-defined object return type method. Then the cloning will be performed. So remember, so this object cloned, this object also cloned. That is known as deep clone. It's a concept. So you have to review that two lines again for you. So here object created for employee first. Using that employee object, I am calling the start cloning method from EC. Previously for me error is nothing but I called E dot cloning means this start method again I called. Start method repeatedly I am calling recursive way. So automatically it has been filled. It's a concept. Okay, right. Now this is clone. Okay. I'll paste that diagram there in your document, two diagrams. I'll write the comments and I'll paste it. This is shallow cloning. Shallow cloning process. This one. This one, deep cloning process. Deep cloning, shallow cloning process and deep cloning process. Two diagrams, shallow and deep. Now, after this diagram, make one statement. I'll paste the diagram there. Note. In the process, of performing deep cloning process, the user defined, deep cloning process, the referred classes also must be implemented from. In the process of performing deep cloning process, the referred classes also must be implemented from java.lang.clonable interface, and the classes must be declared with user defined object return type method. Right. Sir, what is this clonable? I want to know what is that clonable. Define clonable. Clonable is an EMPTY, empty interface from java.lang package. Clonable is an empty interface from java.lang package, and which specify the cloning process, Specify means says, right? Empty interface. Clonable is also known as marker interface. You had a serializable, no? The same clonable. This clonable interface also known as marker interface, or you can say tagging interface, you can say. So cloning process cannot be performed without implementing from clonable. Not possible. We cannot do cloning. That's the meaning of it. Cloning process cannot be performed without implementing from clonable interface. What is the advantage of cloning process? Advantage of cloning process. Advantage of cloning process. Part of protection and security, cloning process will support to take backup of an objects. Backup means duplicate. For that, actually in security layer we use it. But here we have one interview question. They may ask, they may not ask. But part of your object class, we write one. For me, time is there, I run bit clearly actually. Right? Generally, we introduce the title and write the program and go forward, because fourth layer it will come. Fourth layer, core, advanced, web service, framework, then security will come. In that security, this concept is there. 4 layers means student will forget. Student will already forget 4 layers. For advanced Java only, many things they will forget. 4 layers means not possible. Security layer, almost you must enter into company and come to security. On that day, you will never forget, never remember also. For that purpose, sometimes we write very less, sometimes we write more. For interview purpose, they'll ask this question to you. Do you know cloning process? One question is there. How many ways are there? These are 2 questions. For advantage, part of protection and security, cloning process is used to take the backup of an objects. Part of protection and security. Have you seen the paper yesterday? Amazon Web Services, the servers are coming to Hyderabad. Means backups are coming to Hyderabad. Why Hyderabad is popular? You know? Sir, don't know, sir. Floods will not come. Earthquakes will not come. This is Deccan land, we call it as. Here, server safety will be there because this is developing. That's the reason, actually. That's the reason. In total India, this place is Deccan place. Means floods will not come. Of course, because of drainage, flood will come here. There is different issue. But floods free land and earthquakes are very less. So server backups are available here. That's the reason. Now, biggest Amazon server is coming to India, that is to Hyderabad. Understand the point? That's a backup only, no? Every server needs backup. Understand? All your IBM mainframes are backups. IBM opportunity is there, you must enter. IBM backups. IBM will provide cabinets for backup. So anyway, that's a good news for your aspirants. Right. Backup means protection and security. That all you know. Protection means what? You have to create duplicate layer and keep it. That's the point. Right. Okay. Part of protection and security, 4th layer. As a object-oriented programmer, you must know how to take the backup. You want to take only outer object or complete objects. The process we call it as cloning. All have understood this statement, right? Okay. As a object-oriented programmer, day 1 we are maintaining some layers here. Okay. Object definition, object creation, object location, object components, object types, object serializable, object collection, object locking. What is this now? Object cloning. Understood this point? All right. At last, you know how to duplicate the object. As an object-oriented programmer, at least some theoretical you can speak it. The method you have to speak it, right? The process. I written 4-step process. No, that's for interview only. In your written for step 1, step 2, step 3. That is, if anybody asks in the interview, can you explain the process of cloning? Means that 4 steps you read it and say it. One more question. Process of creating thread. I written 5 steps. Step 1. That is for reading only. It's for interview question reading. If anybody asks process is what means implemented from runnable, I'll take run method. If you read once, you'll remember. As it is, you can, no need to say, but the flavor you have to say. Here also cloning, what you'll do, implemented from clonable. I'll declare one user defined object return type method. Through that method, I'll call this clone method. It will perform cloning. I'll call this like this. You can speak it. The point. Okay, right. So last level we had. What is the last level now? Sort. Because I stopped this, because I only moved. The reason there is an order actually. Object level order. So after locking, after cloning, then sort will come. So if you take back your diagrams once, can you see clonable? Can you see clonable, right? So here serializable, clonable. All these objects will support serialization and cloning. The only concept. See there. Hash set object can be serializable. What is serializable? Convert into 0 and 1 stream. So hash set object can be serializable. Linked hash set can be serializable. Tree set can be serializable. Array list can be serializable. Linked list can be serializable. Vector can be serializable. And priority queue can be serializable. Array DQ means all that objects are serializable objects. These objects only major because they are holding data now. Right. Now cloning. Cloning means backup because data is available there not to protect that data, backups. Now see there, hash set clonable, linked hash set clonable, tree set clonable, arrays list clonable, linked list clonable. See this, clonable here. Where is this arrow? 1 minute. Now, here priority queue is there, no? Priority queue is not clonable. Priority queue cloning not there. I strike it here actually. Let's correct the diagram. So this cloning for priority queue will not be there. Cloning. Priority queue means priorities will be changing. You cannot take backup. So who is not having cloning means priority queue will not have cloning. Suppose if you take array DQ, java dot util dot array DQ. Here clonable will be there. Can you see? Clonable. If you take priority queue, priority queue, here serializable will be there, but clonable not available. Can you see? Right. The statement, all collection objects and map objects are serializable objects and clonable objects, except priority queue is non-clonable objects. Remaining all are clonable. All are clonable, all are serializable. Only priority queue object, cloning not there. Remember for interview. Only that priority queue do not have a cloning. Remaining all objects have a cloning. Okay, right. So this is clonable. Make a statement down for reading. What is the next target now? Sort. Right, here statement, note. All collection objects are all collection and map objects are serializable and clonable objects. All collection and map objects are serializable and clonable objects. Serializable, clonable objects. Except priority queue. Except priority queue. Except priority queue. Which means priority queue object is serializable but not clonable, which means priority queue object is serializable but not clonable. Cloning not available for priority queue because priorities will be changing. You must not take backup. Remaining all serializable. Because in that diagram, I highlighted that serializable. Today, who has that diagram? Any printout if you taken, you keep the arrow to priority queue and strike out. This cloning not available. Remaining all cloning available. Okay, right. So the point. So this is a major, this unit is picked because of clone. Okay, right. Now make a siding continuation. Now equals method, you know. You know equals method? No. That's right. Normal conclusion. Equals method will compare two objects and generate Boolean result. Generate Boolean result. You know, wait, notify all. These three methods are used to establish communication between threads. Communication between threads. Get class method. Get class method is used to display the class name of an object. So get class method is used to display the class name of an object. Class name of an object. Finalize method. Finalize method will check the object is eligible for garbage collection process or not. These are the theoretical points. Right. Right. Get class method and finalize method. Anyway, get class method is used to display the name actually. Suppose any objects are available means here OB1 is there, here OB. Of course, class names are directly available now. So by using that object name, if you want to display class name, you'll use get class OB1 dot get class means class name will come. OB dot get class name will be displayed. That's a normal thing only. Why they given that option means generally in the generalizations, parent will be dominating. Parent names will be there. So if you want to know the class names, you can use OB dot get class. Somewhere I'll use anyway. Finalize method. I said garbage. Garbage English meaning is waste. Wastage, we call it as garbage. According to object oriented, what is this garbage? I want to know, sir. Make it FAQ. Define garbage collection process. Garbage collection process. The process of identifying anonymous objects. The process of identifying anonymous objects. The process of identifying anonymous objects and destroying the process of identifying anonymous objects and destroying is known as garbage collection process. Garbage collection process. What is this anonymous objects? The objects which are created, without name. The objects which are created without name are known as anonymous objects. The objects which are created without name are known as anonymous objects. Now look here. Suppose I had one program here like this. Object application 3. Here I am taking one class test. I will take it. Public void some M1 will take system dot out dot print and then some method M1 I'm taking. I'll take one more class. I'll take some display. In this display, I'll take one public void M2. I'll take it. Now system dot out dot println. This is M2. Now here, new test dot M1. Now I'll go for main. Demo object 3. Import test dot star. Here I'll create object for display. New display dot M2. And the answer will come. Here objects created without name. Names not available, only created. Suppose if I run this syntax, this is the syntax. Now, here new means one reference created. New means one reference created. One reference created. In this reference, one object created. Now, in this object, we had one method. Void M2. One. Now, whenever we call this method, the method will come out. Yes or no? We are calling a method now. First, new display means object created. We are calling this method. We are calling this method. This method will come out for execution. Void M2. It is coming out for execution. It came out. Whenever it came out for execution, here we had system.out.println. Message is there. Inside this, we are writing new test dot M1. We are writing or not now? That's the point. So whenever you say M1 now, again object created here. One object created. Zero x22. One object created. The object will have one method. That method is M2. Void M2. Void M2. Now, once object created, now we are calling a method. We are calling this method. Now that M2 method is coming out for execution. This M2 method will come out for execution. Void M2. This method will come out. So here we had system M2 and M1. M1. Okay. Here system not out. Sir, this is one method frame. And this is one method frame. In Java stacks. Now, once the execution completed, this frame will be destroyed. This frame will be destroyed. And the control will come here. This frame will be destroyed. Once these frames are destroyed, these objects are anonymous. They are not having the names. They don't have names. That only concept of anonymous. The objects will be created without names. The objects are created without names. All of you understood this? That objects are anonymous, names not there. Only memory is there, address is there. That is known as anonymous. Such anonymous memories, nobody will use. You have to destroy them because name not there. No. So such things you have to destroy. They're only garbage collection process. The process of identifying anonymous objects and destroy is known as a garbage collection process. Sir, who will do this work now? Your execution engine will do with the support of one predefined method known as GC. Make it. All of you understood anonymous objects first, right? This garbage collection process, this garbage collection process is performed by execution engine using predefined method GC. One method is there, GC. This garbage collection process is performed by execution engine using predefined method GC. This GC is auto executable method, part of execution engine, runs like a daemon thread. Daemon thread means runs continuously, right? This GC method is part of execution engine, and which executes continuously like DAEMON, daemon thread. This GC method is part of execution engine and executes continuously like a daemon thread. Daemon thread means services. Explain. Now, what is the behavior of this GC method? What it will do? Behavior of GC method. Actually, GC method is running internal to execution engine anyway. But the GC method will call finalize method. That's the rule actually. Finalize method is waiting now. This GC method will call finalize internal link. GC method will identify all anonymous objects and call finalize method. And the method finalizes for garbage collection. This is having a syntax. It's a predefined method from object class. GC method duty is to call and come, all identify and come. Finalize method will come and check whether it is anonymous correctly or not. It checks, it says okay, then it destroys. So finalize, that only meaning finalize for garbage collection. Make it GC method will identify all anonymous objects. Identify all anonymous objects and call finalize method. And call finalize method to check the objects are eligible for garbage collection. Garbage collection or not. It will finalize. Then they are destroyed. It's an internal process. Then they are destroyed. The meaning, execution engine will be calling this GC method. GC method will collect all anonymous objects and call finalize method. Finalize method will come and check all the objects, whether they are really must be destroyed or not. It cross checks once again and it finalizes. Then they are destroyed. This process we call it as a garbage collection process. From where this GC method is taken? Note, this GC method available from this GC method available from runtime class and system class. Runtime class and system class. This GC method available from runtime class and system class. Runtime class and system class. In runtime class, GC method is there. In system class, GC method. Nobody will ask this question. Any MCQs, any examinations you are attending, then they'll ask this question. GC method available from which following class? One question will come in your question papers. Any interview examinations are there, they'll ask Java P, Java dot, lang dot, runtime. You can see GC method. Can you see GC method? Right. System Java dot, lang dot, system. Can you see GC method? So what? The GC method available from runtime and system. This is your object class. Well, if you got one idea, right? Example, main what now? This is main. These two are main. Remaining all, once you have to read it. That's all. Remaining all, they will not ask a question. Now comes your last part, actually. Conclusion of collection. Means conclusion of collection means the sorting we do. Already we done sorting on set already. And set already tree set is there. Map already tree map is there. Where we not done sort means on list we not done sort. So we do sort on list by taking comparable comparator. This is the last part. After that, we're going to take a break. Tomorrow I'll do sorting. Sorting process. Right. Thank you very much for today. You can go. Right.
Batch is the known. Not uploaded a diagram life cycle, right?
so and so
Recording
date
in
and
progress.
so and so time. So this is called as a audit information we called. Understand? Na? Same as suppose he will be tried to another record inserted. So now we can come out and see second record successful saved into your table. And now we can see audit table. So which record is inserted? 1022 employee ID is inserted. And same message on same data, but time is changed. Yes.